Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to learn how to notify team on Slack channel for corporate tasks. So let's suppose I'm a project manager in a business and I am creating tasks in corporate account. Now I want that whenever I create a new task, my team should be automatically notified about this new task on my Slack channel. So to do this automation, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Copper and Slack. Pabbly Connect runs on two principles, which is trigger and action. Here as my trigger application, I am going to take Copper, in which I am going to create new task, and this complete workflow here will get triggered. And then in my action application, I am going to take Slack, where my team will be notified about this new task which is created in my Copper account. If you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to notify team on Slack channel for Copper tasks. For this, we are going to create automation between Copper and Slack with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing the website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in. But if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I am an existing user, I'll click on the sign in. And here a dashboard has appeared showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I have to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders that I have created over here. If you want to create a new folder, you just need to click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow, and first I need to provide the workflow name and then select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to notify team on Slack channel for Copper task. Now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders that have been created, and I want to select this all automations and then click on create. Now as soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger in a workflow, but as many as action applications as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to notify team on Slack channel for Copper task, which means whenever a task will be created in Copper, my team will be automatically notified on Slack channel, which means whenever a new task will be created in my Copper account, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger says when this happens. So whenever a new task has been created in my Copper account, an action says do this. So then notify the team on Slack channel. So here in my trigger application, I am going to take Copper, and then in my trigger event, I am going to take this new task. Now I have to click on this connect, and to make this connection, if you have an existing connection, you can go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, and then we have to enter the API key and the email address. So to enter this, let me take you to my Copper account. So this is my Copper account, and on the left hand side I can see all these options. Here under settings I can see this integrations, and under integrations I can see this API keys. So I will open this, and I have to generate a new API key. For that I have to click on this generate API key, and a new API key has been generated. So here I will copy this API key and then paste that over here, and then I have to enter my email address. So here after entering the email address and the API key, I simply have to click on the save, and Copper is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now I simply have to click on the save and send test request. So over here I can see waiting for the response, and under that I can see this. Once you have clicked over save and send test request button, then do a test submission record in that application in order to capture the response here. This means, so as to get the response over here in my Pabbly Connect, I need to do a test submission, or I need to create a new task in my Copper account. For that I need to go back to my Copper account, and on the left hand side I can see this tasks. So I will open this, and then I have to click on this add task. Now I'm going to name this as, so here I have named the task as client onboarding for new user. The activity type is phone call. I have set my due date, and then the priority as medium, and then the description as kick off the onboarding process for new user. This includes gathering necessary documentation, scheduling introductory meetings, and ensuring all the setup requirements are met. And then I have select the visibility as everyone, and then if you want to add the tag, you can add the tag over here. Now after adding all these details, I am going to click on the save, and over here a new task has been created. So now I need to open my Pabbly Connect and check whether I have received this response there or not. And here I can see I have received the response. Now from this response I have received the subscription ID and the IDs, and now over here I can see that I have not received any details related to my task. I have not received the name or the description. For that I am going to add one more action step, and then I am going to select my action application as Copper. And then in the action event, I am going to select this fetch a task by ID. Now I am going to click on this connect, and as I have already an existing connection, I am going to click on this save. Now over here I need to map my task ID, and from here I can see that I have received the response in my previous trigger step, which was this. So I need to map this ID over here. So I'm not going to manually enter the task ID. Instead I am going to use a method called mapping, which means I am going to enter data from my previous step. So here as I click on this field, I can see the responses that I have received in my previous trigger step, and over here I can see this task ID. So I will map that ID and then simply click on the save and send test request. Now over here I can see that I have received the name of the task, and then I have also received the priority, status, and then the details of the task. So here I have finally fetched and received all the response that I have created as a task in my Copper account, and now I have received the response. This means whenever a new task will be created in my Copper account, it will be received and captured in my Pabbly Connect. Now I need to move to my next step, which is I want to notify my team on Slack channel whenever a new Copper task has been created. So here in my action application, I am going to take Slack, and then in my action event I am going to take this send channel message. Now I need to click on this connect. So if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this connect with Slack, and then to make this connection I need to enter the token type, and it is written enter the token type as either user or bot. Check the documentation to find out how to get it. Now I am going to enter the token type as user and simply click on this save. Now as I have already logged in my Slack account, I just need to grant away some permissions, for which I need to click on this allow, and it is always advisable to keep your accounts logged in for easy authorization and authorization successful. So Slack is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter all these details. So the first one is the channel. So I need to select the channel in which I want to send the message. So to enter this, let me take you to my Slack account. So this is my Slack account, and this is the channel that I have created by the name Copper Task, and I want to notify my team on this particular channel. So I'll go back to Pabbly Connect, and from this drop down select my channel as Copper Tasks, and now I need to draft the message that I want to send to my team. So I'll write hello team, a new task has been created. Here are the details. So here I have added all the details: task name, task priority, task status, and task description. And now here I'm going to add all these details. I'm not going to enter manually, but instead I'm going to use mapping. Now over here in the task name, I can see that I have fetched the task name from my previous action step, and when I click on this, I can see all the response over here. I need to enter the task name, and this was the task name client onboarding for new user, and then the task priority was medium, and then the task status was open, and then the task description was this one. Now over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering the data will make these fields static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any data, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep these fields dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now after entering the message, if you want, you can enter the image or the image alt text, but I do not want to enter any of these fields, so I am going to skip this, and in the auto expand links I want to select this as true, and the link username I want to select this as true, and in the reply broadcast I am going to select this as false. As thread message ID is not a required field, I am going to skip this again. Now I have entered the channel name and drafted the message, and now I am going to simply click on the save and send test request. And here I can see I have received the response. Now I need to open my Slack channel and check whether I have received this message there or not. So here I can see I have instantly received the message, "Hello team, a new task has been created. Here are the details," and I have received all the details that I have entered in my Pabbly Connect workflow. The task name was client onboarding for new user, task priority was medium, status was open, and this was the description. Now so as to check whether this automation is working perfectly fine or not, let's open my Copper account, and now I'm going to add one more new task. So let's say this time the name of the task is, so here I have added the name of the task as critical bug fix, then I have added the due date, and then I have added the priority as high, and then the description as address the critical bug reported by new user that is affecting their operations. Ensure that the fix is tested and deployed as soon as possible, and then I'm going to click on this save. Now as soon as I've created this new task, my team should be notified about this new task on my Slack channel. So let's open my Slack channel, and here I can see I have instantly received this message also. The message is same that we have drafted, and over here the name of the task this time was critical bug fix, priority was high, status is open, description was this one, address the critical bug reported by new user. So now to summarize, we took Copper as our trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect, created a task and received the response over here, after which we took action application as Copper once again, from where we fetched all the details of the task with the name and the description. After that, we moved to the next step. We took Slack as our action application because we wanted to notify our team on that channel. Here we drafted the message in a format that we want to send to the team. We entered the task name, the priority, and the description, simply clicked on the save and send test request, and received the response as this message being sent to my Slack channel. So we have successfully created automation between Copper and Slack with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.